Now, we did say that the runs are 40 seconds in length. However, if you have a fall, that will prematurely
Look at that, right off of the decade, straight into a double whip. I said he's one of the guys in practice that was one to watch, so keep your eyes on him.
Yeah, he was linking up a lot of big things in practice.
Big things. Perfect flare whip. Catching this, a whip on the other side there, and then big trick down the step down. Now, there's not a typical box jump feature on this course. None of the guys seem to mind. You can things on the step down, and then you can do in the deep section of the ball.
I was just going to say he was really attacking the deep end in practice, but I didn't see that line.
Double whip over there. He's stoked. Him raising his hand there, that was a real gesture of like, wow, I pulled my run. If Pat Casey pulls a solid run and drops at 27, Nyquist is on the outside looking in.
Single highest run score so far on the fourth run.
To that whip, sorry Jimmy, that was crazy. Heavy to run. And David's on fire.
Massive double tail whip, landed a little low, but keeps the feet on the pedals and keeps the run going.
And massive it was, and when people bottom like that, I like to joke that they were going for extra air.
He's just assaulting that smaller bull section.
Yeah. And again, he rides so many skate parks in Southern California. I think of him as a guy that rides the smaller, 6 foot tall sections, but he's blasting off that deep section higher than anybody else. It just felt a little bit off. There were a couple of landings that weren't as crisp. I don't think I've ever used the word crisp to describe a BMX event.
It's an accurate description.
Okay, Daniel.
So here's the other Daniel Sandoval. He had scores of 41 and 40. Remember, your two best run scores total together.
Hey, this is where what he rides locally is paying off, because it seemed like he started out a little bit slow, got a little bit sloppy there, but he rides Southern California concrete so much that he's able to recover quickly. He's making the inline empire proud, according to what Brian Barker commented.
Throwing out some shout-outs for the IE out there in Southern California. There's a double tailwind transferring over that hip. So where do you think this run's going to score here for Daniel Sandoval? You called it.
It's not going to be a 41. And here's where it gets interesting. That puts him in the lead. Not only in the lead, though, he's going to own that tiebreaker until somebody can pop something higher than a 44. Anybody, if Scotty puts in a 43 or a 42 pickup and they're tied, Daniel owns the tiebreaker.
Yeah,
but there's another Daniel on course right now, and he's our top qualifier. He's going to have something to say about this.
You say, don't count this guy out. He had matching qualifying scores with Daniel Dhers coming into this thing, and he's looking to get rid of that 37.
Watch the size of this. Bar catch bar. So a huge whip to the head. This run's incredible. This is more like one of his prelim runs in terms of being clean, but not only is it clean, it has, Daniel has some of the most amazing tricks. Now we've got two of the young guys in Sandoval and Casey coming out straight. Casey's score 27.
Well, that's Casey on your left with his run, and now Scotty Cranmer on the right in the middle of his first run.
That dab off of that root might have cost Pat. I mean, he scored at 27. Unless I was missing something, that run seemed like it was jam-packed full of big tricks.
Well, he hung up a little on the truck driver. That's the Bosco with the 360 going over the spine. It clipped just a little bit.
Yeah, and that's the level of riding here. It's like one or two little mistakes keeps you way down in a score. But you have more than one run. In fact, you have several runs, and it's the best two of those combined.
He just did a 720 over that spine, landed a little flat, but still, to go over that spine, go to two rotations like that, that's pretty impressive.
Yeah, it's and the fact that it is solid concrete makes it a little gnarlier.
Coming down the step down here.
Yeah, slow moving, perfect landing on this flip. Can't ask for more than that.
We're back live here in Munich, Germany. Games in Munich. We're in the middle of heat 1 of 2 here, the BMX park final. On course right now, Scotty Cranmer. 7 minutes and some change left on the jam session clock here. Best run score you can get is a 50. It's your best 2 runs total together, and top 3 out of each heat moving on to the final.
You see that 360 he just did? He took off far from one side and traveled to the other. I was up there on that barrel during practice with my GoPro camera, getting some shots. And Scotty was kind of motioning to it. Now I know why. We almost collided. Huge flare! Huge flare in the deep end. And, you know, early on in his career, Scotty wasn't one that you saw go real high into deep bowls. That's changed. I mean, he's riding like a veteran.
So Scotty's going to put a solid first run score on the 38, as I mentioned when we came back for break. That's 2 run scores total together. We'll take a look on the left-hand side of the screen to replay what we saw to Pat Casey.
Look, double tailwind there in the pocket.
And you're spinning the handlebars.
Well, you're not getting, he's going into vert. It's not like you're just a casual undervert mini ramp where you can just catch a little bit of the coping and be all right with it. He'll get sent over the bars if he doesn't do it perfect. And we saw that.
Scotty Cranmer here, looking like he's ready to attend the roof of the Bavarian house.
Drop it in.
Into the deep end.
Yeah. Drew had that line earlier as well. Front side grip there over the hip. This is a good flowing run.
Coming up on the 10-second mark left here for this opening run as he goes back into the deep end with a big flare.
Yes, and watch that because he was generating speed, and Scotty is looking like he's blasting these deep sections higher than he used to. And that reflects well.
I was about to ask you the way the body positioning was. Do you think he wanted the bar spin and then just
I think he did.
Make it happen?
Yeah, look at his body position. He was leaned back. He was going to throw him.
See when he straightened his arms out.
Did you see that one-handed whip by Scotty? I mean, it wasn't on the biggest obstacle on the course, but it was really stylish and perfect. And Scotty, he's a veteran competitor. He knows how to get it done. I think we're going to see him post a score here that locks him into a medal position, and then from there try to step it up to lock himself into a goal.
Backflip down to step down. He's got 41 for that first run score.
That's huge. A height factor on that flip. It's a bird bowl. I rode this course in practice. That deep end is so perfect. I felt like you could hit the ceiling if you had enough speed. But throwing a big flare on it, especially for a guy that's not a regular vert rider, I bring that up from time to time. Some of the park guys are learning how to blast these things like a vert rider does. That looks like a perfect flare on a vert rider. And it's up in the ante to do it into a... Now it seems to be more about airs and jumping, but when you mix it all...
The Drew 37 reward. Drew goes up with a 37. Chase Hawk's got a 32. We're on course right now. Daniel Dhers, who's taken gold in this event 4 times in years past.
Yeah, and you know, he hasn't had the greatest year for Daniel because the bar's set high. You know, when you're a repeat gold medalist, that means a lot right there. But he's been riding practice as if he's doing real runs. You're seeing some of that here. A lot of guys will just feel out lines and get comfortable with what they're going to do. Daniel will actually do the tricks in practice that he plans to do in his runs.
And we are yet to see Daniel on the podium out here. BMX Park, the 2013 X Games Global. It's in Munich, Germany. We are in the middle of Heat 2 here, the BMX Park Final. Daniel Dhers on course right now. He's got the single highest run score of the heat thus far with a 41 that we saw in the opening round.
And Daniel continues to ride like Daniel usually does here. He's going to post the score up. Huge no-handed flare, the deep pull. He'll post the score up here that puts him in cruise control. He'll be one of the guys advancing out of this heat. And he's a strategic rider. He likes to go into this, get it done, and save his energy. I wouldn't be surprised if Daniel pulls this run and doesn't do another run in this heat.
I was going to say, you think he'll take a page out of Scotty's book because Scotty Cranmer elected to not take this last run. Knew he was in, said he'd save it.
Well, Scotty took a page out of Daniel's book because Daniel's done that in numerous contests in the past. The only downside is it throws off the guy that's going next.
And he upped the ante on the score. He's got another score of 41.
Yeah, that's no joke.
We have a dogfight going on here now, Dennis.
Yeah, it won't be just pushed it back over the Daniels because Scotty Cranmer's already posted 241s.
Yeah, Scotty said, hey, I put my name in that hat as well here.
And my prediction of a new medalist might not come true here. I mean, Sandoval's got a 37. He's obviously the top qualifier. He can step that up. Drew's had a tough time on both of his runs, but they all get 4 runs. Nothing here is set in stone at all.
Yeah, there's still over 9 minutes left to go here on the clock. Remember, it's your 2 best runs total together. The final 5 minutes and some change left on the jam session clock. The story right now, this guy right here, Daniel Dhers, a 4-time former gold medalist in this event, is currently sitting in the lead with scores of 39 and 44. It's your 2 best runs total together. They'll hopefully get you on the podium out here in Munich, and the best run score you can get is a 50.
Well, the way this run shapes up is going to be very interesting. And 39 is not like a score that you need to drop necessarily to hang on for gold here, but I get a feeling that this run's going to top the 39, so if he drops that score, he's going to be putting some distance between him and the rest of the field here.
Yeah, I mean, normally 39 is a pretty solid score, but again, you know, you've got Sandoval's got a 41 and a 37. Scotty's got 241. In the end, Daniel Dhers walks away with his 5th ever X Games BMX Park Gold.